We're back.
Sure are. You want to get straight into dating, huh?
Oh, fuck.
Might as well. I mean, yeah. So, the jump off point can start with me and then relate it to you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
In high school, I did very well.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably top 5%. Like during prom, it was like, I was like hot real estate.
Okay.
Like
Gotcha.
it was like, there'd be like four or five girls like trying to get me. I was with the athletes, the varsity athletes and the rich white kids.
Yeah.
And we did well.
Yeah. Yeah. You did well.
But after high school, I'm kind of thrown into like what they call the real world, which has nothing to do with school.
Yeah.
That school doesn't prep you for that.
Everyone forgets about you.
It's a different thing.
Yeah.
School and then kind of finding your way into the right cliques and status in that, I don't even know what you call it, that system.
Mm-hmm.
When I go off and I can't afford college and all of my rich friends go off to college and join fraternities and stuff, I'm thrown back into the low class of society when they're just going back and they're basically they're going back into the same shit.
Yeah.
Same privilege. I don't want to use that. That's a loaded word, but like same it's another word I could use for privilege. Like their world doesn't change much.
Yeah.
They're going to still go into college and do what they were doing in high school.
Yeah.
And then from there
just do more, actually.
Do more, way more. I'm glad you say that. Way more.
A lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, high school was just like the test sample for them. That was just a cheese platter.
Yeah.
But
as a minor.
Right. But they go off and their world doesn't change, and then I go off into the real world and I'm working entry-level jobs. I'm fucking poor. Like in the very beginning, we can't even afford AC. I'm waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, seeing my breath in the winters, like shivering into my horrible. Waiting at the bus stop at 5:30 in the morning. Damn. You know what I mean? And then you get on the bus and there's just full of people that are just dead in the eyes, going to these jobs that they hate.
Depressed.
That's the world I'm going into, and they go into high school part 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that reminds me of 21 Jump Street.
What?
21 Jump Street and then 22 Jump Street, where they have the high school experience and then the college experience.
Yeah.
And one does well in one, and then the other does
right.
good in the other.
And the other, right. Exactly. It's just different. It's just so different. And I somehow like attached myself to these cliques. I don't know how or why. I was poor in ghettos and stuff, but I ended up with the rich white kids.
Okay.
But anyways, I guess the point is, girls now that I guess would be an option for me, or going into these dating apps, and what I have choice from the dating pool.
Yeah.
Is nobody I would ever fuck in high school. And that's just the level I'm on. And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine, but it's just what it is. And then eventually I elevate my status and elevate my place in society. I have more pickings.
Yeah. And
from the pool. But I am where I am, and I'm okay with that. But I don't let it define me, because I know what I can be and what I was in the past. At one point in my life. But it's not even, it's not one of my focuses and stuff. I don't spend much time, involving myself with that. But anyways, that's just, if I were to, that's just where I am in life.
Yeah.
And then now you're breaking up, or have broken up with your boyfriend. And I don't know where you were in high school, like in relation to where like you would be right now. How would you even compare the two things?
So different, completely different person. I was like, I had stupid little relationships like freshman, sophomore year. Sophomore year was when I had like my first long-term relationship. I don't know what you call long-term, like probably a year, but it was like 8 months. So I guess not that long, but it was long to me.
Yeah, in the span of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I dated another guy, and then the guy I just broke up with, I was with him since I was 16. So half of my high school experience was with him.
16 to 19.
Yeah.
You're going to be 20 soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 years. And then if you're talking about, that's like your entire adult kind of existence.
Yeah. I
Is
felt
with
like
this person.
Yeah, but that's literally the time you become an adult, you find yourself.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I was doing all of that with him.
Right.
Like we lived together for a year.
Yeah.
And yeah.
15 to 20 is a huge transitional time in your life.
Yeah.
That you are kind of becoming what you're going to be for the rest of your life.
That's why we became the way that we were, because I was so lonely and so depressed and at such a bad state. And he was too, but we just like found each other and became best friends because we were sad kids, and then it gets toxic and the rest is history.
Stays toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody close to you is telling you to get the fuck out. You don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and then now, so high school dating, whatever, it's just kind of innocent.
Yeah.
Not really anything. And then going and dating someone from 16 into adulthood was something serious and held a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And that was its own little thing.
Yeah.
But now, 19, single, on dating apps.
Yeah.
What's going on now?
So my standards are so fucking high. Like, even if there's guys I think that are too hot for me, like, my standards are very high for looks wise. Like, I mean, that's all Tinder is you judge
Looks,
them based off their looks.
Money.
Somewhat. I don't even really look at their age half the time, or their occupation, like their bio. I don't really look at it a lot of the times until after if
No
they message
occupation, no description of who they are.
No. Simply based off look.
And then from there, like once they check that box and you're like, okay, who is this person?
And then I look to their profile and see.
And then you can kind of gauge out what their status is in society.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, some people are showing more than.
Oh, for sure.
People are being deceptive for sure because they know what the game is.
Yeah. And that's, what I'm noticing is that I have so many fucking options. I never even, I had 2 guys wanting to hang out with me yesterday, 4 guys wanting to hang out with me tonight.
4?
Yeah.
4. 2 yesterday?
4 today and 1 tomorrow, and a couple
7
talking about the weekend.
And a couple talking about the weekends. And that's just not even.
I'm getting a date lined up for every night. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be eating free every night. But that's the good thing about being a girl on this, is that I can just do it for fun, for pure entertainment, because I don't want a relationship. I don't want hookups. I just want to meet people. I want to see what's out there. I want to see what the world has to offer me.
And then you could have kind of interesting conversations with people,
Yeah.
and then have
maybe
just
make a friend.
make a friend. Make a friend. That's
Make
cute.
a friend. Yeah. But I did not expect the crazy amount of people I've had.
7 over a 3-day period, and then some on the weekends, some for the weekends if you decide.
If I want to.
Ew.
And there's only one guy I really want to hang out with.
Out of this whole swarm of.
Yeah. I went out last night, but I want to hang out with just one guy. He's really caught my eye. And it's funny because he's not even I don't want to say this in case
What?
we ever, I don't know, in the future, date or something. He's not typically my type. What I would, the really hot guys that I was going for, whatever. I think he's so cute.
By hot, you mean like defined chin, fucking
Yeah, I guess.
good hairline,
Yeah.
what is
tall.
Yeah, what's your type?
My type is black, fit, and tall. That's all the guys I've have lined up. And this guy I want to see, he's not black.
No, the only one that's not black, but that's the one.
Yeah,
That's the most interesting to you.
Yeah, because he seems really down to earth, and he has a solid job, and he seemed the most safe right now.
Yeah, tall, black, fit guy doesn't seem safe to me.
No, yeah, this guy's
and I don't think your dad would say that that's safe. Not being racist.
This guy's like wanted me to come over to his place, and he's like 6'4", like huge, and I'm like, dude, you could kill me.
Yeah, with one hand and no legs.
Literally. So yeah, and I'm telling my parents where I'm going and what I'm doing. They have my location. Also, I was talking to a friend before and after I went on the date and told her I'm here, I'm okay, I'm alive. Like, he's not crazy, but it's just insane. Like, I got off work, I kid you not, I had 20 Snapchats, 10 text messages, and 9 messages on Tinder. Getting off work today.
Holy shit.
So I'm just like going and messaging them one at a time, but it's hard to keep up. I don't remember what I say, especially if it's on Snapchat and the conversation's not saved. I don't remember what I've told one guy and what I've told this guy, and if this guy's creepy, and I need to start like changing their names, like, oh, kind of creepy, or maybe you want to hang out. Like,
you need to start
like filtering,
categorizing and organizing all of these people,
all of these options.
Oh my god.
Yeah, by the second day I had 100 matches.
Okay, so it's not like that for men.
Yeah.
Even if you're like really good looking, it's not like that for you.
That's funny. I love that for me.
I mean, have your fun.
It's
I mean, you're new to this.
It has been so easy. That's what it is. I'm really kind of getting it out because I've been tied down for 3 years, and this is so entertaining. So I'm having a good time. Eventually I'll, maybe hang out with one guy. But if guys are going to be buying me food, like, why would I not get to know people?
I feel
see
like
what's out there.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
If that was an option for me, if you don't
have to pay.
Right. If I'm the one paying. And then, I went on one date with this girl, and before we even sat down, she said that she had a vitamin deficiency, and that she had like residual trauma from her father verbally abusing her, and that she had a vitamin deficiency before we sat down.
That's odd.
We didn't even sit down for food yet.
I waited a little bit before I said I had PTSD. I waited for him to ask, like, what's something I need to know about you? And I'm like, I'm glad you asked. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
at least I waited.
Yeah, good for you. And do that every time. But
I like to do it as a warning in case we ever hang out again in the future, and they like, you never warned me, you were fucking crazy. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you told them. Mm-hmm. But there's no way to really prepare somebody for that.
It's true. No, absolutely not.
The way you're looking at me when you say that. You're so serious.
Yeah, no. It's rough.
Yeah, you can't prepare anybody for that.
Yeah.
But that shit is just crazy. It's like, it's psychologically, if we want to get a little bit deep, it convinces men, eventually it pins the genders against each other and develops.
It's literally gender roles.
Yeah, it's gender roles, and like, say a man getting on that is going to feel more useless and worthless because of the lack of options he has, and and how women are responding to him. But
I've thought about that. Like, what if a guy goes on and just gets like no matches?
Yeah,
that's depressing.
Even a man that's relatively, say, just slightly above average looks and pay, they're not going to do that well.
Yeah, I'm picky as fuck. They have to be like 10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, sports car.
They can't be just above average.
They can't be just above average. Okay, so.
So, yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement.
It's just what eventually happens for men. I can speak for men. I don't know about women, but I feel like women too. Like when I said that the girls that are available to me now, I wouldn't have fucked in high school.
Yeah.
Just I wouldn't have because my options were really good. I had a lot of options.
Yeah.
But now it's just so in my head, I become more worthless and more unattractive than say what I used to be, or like when I was like if I compare where I'm at now to high school and what like you can start to like bring yourself down and it can affect you psychologically in a way. It changes the way you look at yourself based on how you're being treated. But how you're being treated is because these women have 20 messages.
Yeah.
This girl that you're hung up about woke up with, you know,
that's no
30
seriously.
new matches and 10 new messages.
This guy's like wanting to marry me, and I'm like, there's a lot of you right now.
So eventually it breaks down the man and the way he sees himself. And the woman, it raises up. But with the woman, I've noticed the girls that now have a bunch of options that didn't in high school.
Me.
Now have an inflated view of themselves that the people that are going to fuck with her just want to fuck and they don't want anything real.
Yeah.
So the people that want something real are people that are more on her level. The people that would have fucked with her in high school are the people that are going to take care of her for the rest, like will agree to take care of them for the rest of their lives. That's the people that will do that.
Yeah.
But the options that they have with the people that have never fucked them in high school, they're not going to take care of you the rest of your life. They're not going to marry you. They want to fuck you. That's it.
Right.
And eventually, after so much of that, you start to fucking get down on yourself or start to look at yourself in a negative way. The same thing the men are, because they don't have any options or as much as even close to as much as they used to. Yeah. But it works both ways. And eventually it creates this like kind of dynamic of fuck the other gender.
Yeah. Yeah. Bitterness. I think that's why I'm so attracted to that one guy who isn't like my type, because he's like nerdy and he seems like he would actually like be a good guy. Yeah. And so many girls are chasing the bad guys for what? Like the jocks for what? I don't know. But I have two responses. Yeah. One isn't serious, but the other is.
Okay.
That problem would be alleviated if men weren't easy. That's not a serious response.
Interesting. Never thought about that. If they weren't so desperate, if men just gave it to the women the way the women gave it to the men.
Because I have a ridiculous amount of options. Like, they're making it too easy. They're like, let me buy you ice cream. Let me take you out. And I have like 10 people lined up to hang out with me this week, all for free.
And they're just buying you a bunch of free shit. And they're telling you they're going to buy you a bunch of, they're going to spend money on you.
Just because I'm pretty. Or they want to fuck.
I mean, it's
both, basically.
Both, basically. Yeah. Let's just say both. But like, it's wild. It's just wild how different it is for the genders and stuff. Like my fucking friend in Seattle, he had this friend, like a girlfriend that he'd just hang out with, one of those. Yeah. And she was not good looking. Yeah. Oh yeah, anybody's standards. Yeah. But if you look at her Tinder, that shit is just crazy.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, like I said, she's gonna get an inflated, unrealistic view of herself.
Of herself that is not real.
No, it's not real. Yeah.
Especially on Tinder, because you can make yourself look a lot better.
Yeah, it's like social media, you know? It's just like another fucking, it's like the dating Facebook. It's the dating form of social media. Yeah. And all the same detrimental psychological impact that social media has, the dating does, but dating even more so, I feel like. Yeah. After a certain amount of time.
It's crazy because I always like search for validation from men.
You got it.
I did.
You got it.
Like literally, I haven't had this many options since I was like 13, which is so weird. That's a weird statement. Which is so weird.
Weird sentence to say.
I'm telling you, since I was 13, I had just guys hitting me up, you know, and like, hey, you're cute, let's hang out, since junior high. And so, you know, I got in some stupid ass relationships, but guys were always kind of after me, and I always seeked that attention from men. And I come to realize years later it's because of my trauma, which makes sense.
Daddy's always at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're getting no male attention. Your whole developmental.
Right.
And then that's no, you know, negative thing to say about your father. Like,
it's just,
he's providing for you.
Yeah.
He's making it so you can live the life that you're living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I realized, so my mom gave me a memory. She had a vision. It's hard because I don't get like visions for myself, because all of my memories from my childhood are suppressed. I have hardly any memories. So she had this vision of me when I was 4, sitting on my bed, waiting for someone. And I'm just like waiting. And then my abuser comes in and I just like perk up. And I'm like so happy to see him. And I was meditating the other day, and that girl came to me, that inner child. She was like crying. And so I was in the middle of already meditating. So I kind of started going into regression myself and just trying to do therapy in my head. And I found her, and this whole time I came in and she's still waiting. Like, I just have an inner child in me who's just waiting for someone to come see her, because at some point my abuser never came back. And at one point I fell in love with him, and he never came back because he had moved on to another victim. And so at one point there was a child there who was just waiting and never stopped waiting, never found herself, and just kind of went about life waiting for that. And so all these boys would fill that void for a little bit. But it's so interesting because I would always get broken up with, and they would always come back to me, and I would always take them back. They would always come back to me, and I'd always take them back because I would just be waiting. And that's how it was with this most recent guy we broke up. I just want him back. I'm just like waiting for him. And I finally found this little girl in me, and I held her. I said, you don't have to wait anymore. He's not coming, and I can give you love, you know, all that inner child healing stuff I do. And then I was able to download Tinder the next day.
Next day. All right, I got some questions.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot. So.
All right. The child that you're talking about was created from a trauma.
Yeah.
And somebody was abusing you, but that you love them, and they left, and that created a trauma in your mind that is embodied by this child, this like psychological child, or this trauma that's taken on a life in the form of a child.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, a child is waiting for that person that created her to come back, and that person never came back. And this is tied to a male. This is a female's not gonna.
Like the
like
abuser?
the abuser is tied to a male, and you need the male.
The male validation, right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have this void, I guess, this child that lives inside you that's waiting for that person to come through the door.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, right?
My whole life. Mm-hmm.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
And that now with, careful. I'm processing it. You do say dating. You do have you have a child, and it's waiting for that person to come through the door again, and you get on this dating app where you're getting 10 matches for you already got 100 matches in day
That's
1 or day 2.
validation.
Careful.
Yeah.
With, how you react to that and how you use all of that in relating to this girl that's made of trauma that's inside you. Because she might drive you into doing some fucked up shit. That's a lot of power, honestly.
No, yeah.
So just careful.
They take over.
Yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little scary, but that's the thing, is I'm not wanting to get attached, and I'm hoping to heal those parts I don't know. I'll be going to therapy at the same time, so my therapist will
You work it
advise
out.
me through everything.
Yeah, there you go.
He'll help me out if I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what, you'll learn. Like, if it's hard or easy way, maybe your therapist will just tell you something, and then you can hurdle something, or you can just not have to hurdle something that you would have.
Right.
And you could just move through this in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Because I know that if she was on the other foot, I have a bunch of trauma. I have a kid that's inside of me that is longing for somebody.
Yeah.
And then I download this app, and then all of a sudden I have it in a way that I've never had it before.
Yeah.
It's like, then what?
Yeah. That's the thing, though. I've kind of always had it like that.
Yeah.
Not to this extent.
Becca's back on her bullshit. Not like this. This is like single file lines.
No, yeah. This
is like lines out the door.
Yeah.
This is different.
It's crazy. I've never. I know so many people lived in my area. They actually all live in like. Well, I don't want to say where I live.
Their spot.
Yeah. But a lot of people I'm talking to go to ASU. It's popular school.
Yeah.
Arizona. So.
Right close by
Yeah. I was over
so
here.
right down the street.
I was over here last night.
Yeah, you text me back at 1. I'm like, oh, that's not like Becca. Yeah, she's usually, sleeping early and waking up early. Yeah. But
for school.
Yeah. But there you have it.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was hard. I mean, it's my first date.
You said you cried afterwards?
Yeah, it's gonna be super hard, but I'm glad I got the first date over with.
And it wasn't bad.
It was not bad. It was really fun. It was like I expected a lot worse. But he's older and he's almost graduated, so.
Right. 21, 22.
23.
23.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I got to college. Yeah, that gives the people an idea, I guess, of where this is all happening at. I mean, just this kind of Tempe, Mesa, Gilbert area.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess it's like kind of fame can do that too. It's just you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because somebody that's not shit makes a hit rap song, and all of a sudden he's famous, and he just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His eyes get bigger than the rest of his body.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
be careful.
Yeah, but have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out on a lot of shit.
No, dead ass though.
A lot of shit.
That's what I'm saying.
When I was 19, oh my God.
Parties. I didn't go to no high school parties like single ever.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. This is my time.
That's it. It is.
I have to make up for lost time.
Do it while you can, you know what I mean? Just
Okay.
Yeah, be smart, I guess. I mean, I can't give you any advice.
Yeah.
You're going to do what you're going to do.
I'll still do whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I'll say whatever, but I'm just making noise.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yep. So comparing Tinder to, say, like Mutual, which is this Mormon dating app.
Yeah.
This, targeted because Mormons can't really go on Tinder. Because the shit that they will see and be told, will devastate their view of reality.
It will devastate. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, get them real depressed.
Right. So you have to create the bubble of, okay, it's just us here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, you're on the Tinder shit, rip black dude, 6'4". You get on Mutual, and then what's the Mutual?
Fucking white boys. All white guys.
Okay.
All white guys.
And then compare, like, what are the conversations like compared to Tinder?
Okay, so I've matched over 100 people on Tinder within the second day. I'm on my second day on Mutual, and I've matched with 3 people.
No way. Oh, shit.
They're not my type, and I'm also not their type. So.
And that's it? That's all that's.
Because, like, the black guys, I don't want to, like, create anything racial here, but, like, these are the people I'm talking to. So, like, black guys, I've gotten several messages from them, like, what's your ethnicity, baby girl? Or, hey, mamas, are you Spanish? Or, like, gotta make sure I ain't with no white girl. Like, none of them like white girls. So they really like me. But the Mormon guys, I don't want to make this racist, but like the Mormon guys love the bleach blonde, blue eyes, typical Arizona looking
White.
bitch.
Yeah, the Gilbert bitch.
The white
They
bitch.
want that
Yeah,
Gilbert
that's what they
bitch.
like. I did match with the same guy on Tinder as I did on Mutual, though. He was on
Interesting.
both, and I matched with him.
Okay, so there's something there.
So I was like, oh, so at least I know he's like a decent guy.
Yeah, probably
So
family
that's good.
values,
Yeah.
but I mean, fuck.
Who knows? But yeah, three people I've matched with.
And then the conversations are like, what?
They haven't started any. I started one.
Really?
And it was like a couple hours ago. So I haven't
You haven't gone into
checked
it.
yet. Yeah. I said, I don't remember. I'll make up a name. Hey, Brian, how are you? That's not his name, but that's all I said.
That's it. That's fucking crazy.
It's dry as fuck. My Mutual is dry. It's
yeah,
so dry.
you're just not.
I don't know if I'm not their type or if it's because I'm inactive and they all want to get married. No one wants a project.
You know what I mean? The project. You know, they want to get married in the temple.
Yeah.
And then you can't. They won't be able to.
I won't be able to do that
Yeah, you won't be able to do
for a
that.
while unless they convert me. If he's like
Yeah.
brown, Hawaiian, I might convert.
Really? You convert for Hawaiian?
For Polynesian, yeah.
Really? You're into that shit?
Yeah. I would have some brown babies.
Yeah, some jungle babies.
Yeah.
Little jungle boys running around.
Yeah, and I'd raise him in the church if he converts me.
Oh, so that's something that could happen
Yeah, so
That could-
that's
that could
why
be
I'm
like a
on
path.
Mutual. Mhm.
for you,
Yeah.
maybe. You
I
could
am
end up-
literally so open.
right now you're just floating.
Yeah.
And it could be pulled by in any direction.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
I don't know. It would take a lot for a woman to make me a Mormon.
Really?
Yes.
He would just have to be really, really cute and like make me fall in love with him.
That's it?
Yeah. And I'll give him brown babies. He'll give me a ring and that's it. It's pretty easy with the Mormons. That's what I like.
Yeah, and they have more, there's more families. They
Mhm.
they create families, whereas like my mom had 3 kids, me, my brother, my sister. None of us are going to fucking have kids.
Yeah.
Maybe ever.
Yeah.
But with like the Mormon and being involved in the Mormon
So
their
much
structure,
family,
it's
yeah.
so much family, so many
Yeah.
kids, which is cool.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have a family, because I was in LA and I see what the 55-year-old bachelor looks like.
Yeah.
The 52, the 60-year-old guy that never married or had a family, that
Still attracted to 20-year-olds.
still attracted to 20-year-olds and like trying to
Boo.
hit on girls at the Walgreens,
Oh, that sucks.
standing in line with like peanuts, and they're 55.
That's tragic.
It is tragic. It's so sad. That's what I was so cynical against family and bringing people in the world, because the world is so terrible. Why would you
Yeah.
why would you bring a life into this?
Yeah.
This is such a terrible existence. It's more bad than it is good.
Yeah.
That was my frame of mind.
Understandable.
Yeah, but and then over time you're like, you live long enough to see what that looks like long term, that attitude.
Yeah.
And it's like, ooh.
And family actually gives life meaning.
Yeah, and you have just people, you have a tribe, you have these
Yeah.
like a organized group of people that care about you and love you.
Yeah.
Whereas this guy that say I knew in LA that I lived with, who's a tattoo artist, he was just, hitting on girls at grocery stores, and sometimes he would be successful. But he was just kind of spunky, like 55-year-old dude with crazy hair. But
Oh my gosh.
and I just saw what his life was, and was like, that's not what I want.
I don't want that.
I'm gonna take the family now.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
I'm convinced.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually never really wanted kids. And then I got serious with my boyfriend and I wanted kids. And then I was like, maybe I could just be the single auntie who like never has kids and just watches the nieces and nephews.
Yeah, and just
that'd
gets
be
wine
fun.
drunk during the day.
Yeah.
And watches like daytime television, and
Yeah, reality
it's like
TV.
the fun aunt.
Yeah, fun rich aunt. But then I worked
Rich.
at the I worked at the elementary school, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to have one for myself. One of you has to be mine. Not one of them, but I have to have one.
Really? That's what did
Yeah,
it? Just
yeah.
seeing little kids and stuff.
Yeah, any age. I'm like, I just have to have one of my own.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know what my only shit would be just like put my genes to continue my genes because I don't have a full brother or sister. So it's like my variation of the human being that I got shat out as is gone with me. So it's like, do I make another person with this shit?
Yeah.
So it can still be on Earth.
Or do I let it die with me?
All right, or let it die with me.
Yeah.
You know?
But at some point, yeah, like you're 50 something, all your friends, like you don't have friends. If you don't have family, like what, you get a dog? That's not very fulfilling. Like what do you do?
That's what this dude did. He had a little pit bull and a bird and a cat, and that shit was his life. And these little animals were his life, and I guess that was his little family. But it's fucking sad to look at.
That is sad.
And it's just best to have a family, regardless of how cynical your perspective might be, or how all the terrible things that you may have seen, your traumas, the things that may have happened to you as a child. Like you're better off having a family.
Yeah.
Than not.
I agree.
Yeah.
I want babies.
Yeah. Girls naturally should. It's weird when they don't. I feel like that's written in you to do that.
Oops. That's funny. Yeah. Naturally, I feel like when you get older too, women get older.
It happens more.
They start to crave children.
Birthing.
Baby hungry.
Birthing things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. But I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. I mean, eventually I'll settle down and shit, but it's not my focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still want. There's a couple things that I'm gonna do before that.
You already have some things in mind that you need to do.
I'm gonna do, and eventually, I don't want to say it.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna widen the pool. Is what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely be dating for a long time. Well,
you never know. I mean, I guess it just depends on how.
Scares me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I could stop dating.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right. If you stop dating, then
yeah.
But if you are like, I'm not gonna date while you're dating people.
Yeah.
Then you don't know, because somebody might come along and buy you ice cream and just rock your fucking world, and then you're like, okay.
That's so gross.
Is it? Just going to get ice cream with somebody and then
no catching feelings.
Really?
Yeah. Why would I do that?
Would it? So if you're dating people and what if they have like love at first sight and then you don't? You might be crushing them. Is it you're emotionally irresponsible a little bit to date with being disgusted at the thought of catching feelings? Is that irresponsible?
I've always been a little reckless. So. I mean, I feel like if I communicate that I'm not looking for, or just communicate, what it is that I want out of this, whatever it is, relationship, friendship.
Yeah, just let them know where you're
at. Yeah, just let them know.
That's fine. Yeah.
I avoid breaking hearts. That's definitely not what I want to do. I did that a lot in high school, and I'm over
Heartbreaker.
that. Unfortunately. I ain't mean to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just have a blast, I guess. Yeah.
I'll probably, I might get tired of it. I might.
You will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will. But yeah, I mean, just do it. I mean, I got it. At some point, you have to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Because in high school.
It's been a long time.
Oh my God. I can't say. But
yeah,
you got to live it and shit. So you can say that you did it. And then you can be like the innocent little housewife.
In the future.
Yeah,
I'll settle down.
Because the people that don't live it have it in them. I swear to fucking God. Like, I don't give a fuck what you say.
That's true.
The people that don't go out and just like have a fucking chapter of their life where they're fucking wild.
Yeah.
That shit gets buried in them.
Always in them.
It's like a demon, or like it's like something animal that you never released.
Yeah.
And then you like the person that gets married right away and into their 30s, you can kind of like fucking see it. They didn't do it right. right. They're gonna end up cheating or like,
Yeah.
some weird shit's, but
Or maybe gay.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it is best to go have a slut face. There's a fucking word for it.
I
Or
thought I had
male
that,
and female.
but I was too young to have that.
I guess. I mean, it's whatever. It's very loosely defined, but
Yeah.
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 I mean, just you'll date again. You're fucking 19.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
gross. I'm so young.
How long until your boyfriend, like, if your ex-boyfriend called you tomorrow, like, all right, yeah, I want you now. You're like, okay. Or now with these newfound cell phone applications, is it a new Becca? Did this birth a new Becca?
That is a very good question.
It's not a for sure instant yes. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so that's something.
Yeah.
You didn't just say yes to me.
Yeah.
You're sitting here thinking about
I
it.
have to think about it. I think I really want to be with him, but I would definitely leave space. And I don't know that I would necessarily stop talking to the people that I am until we're official again. Because, like, just the point we're at, I don't want to get my heart broken again.
Yeah.
I've been hurt so much.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to just go back to him like I've done every single time in my past. Literally, they always come back. I have no idea why, but I've always regretted it because I end up heartbroken part 2. So, like,
Again.
yeah, I would be very cautious, and maybe we could work it out. I would want to work it out with him, but I would be cautious.
Yeah, and it would never be the same again.
It would not.
No, it wouldn't be. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
how long it just wouldn't be. There's always going to be this thing in the back of your head like, oh, this person just going to leave again.
Yeah.
When
exactly.
it's becomes when is how bad it is, like, enough for it to be convenient for this guy to just to leave again.
Yeah.
You don't have any security anymore.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't want to put myself through more of what I've worked so hard to get over. Don't want to set myself back.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you so much pain and shit that you have to go through.
It's already been so much.
With that.
It's been so bad.
Yeah, having a round 2 of that isn't necessarily a good idea.
No, I'll do without.
Yeah, but dating and love in the 21st century, especially now that it's all become digitized.
So odd.
The whole process is digitized. If I walk up to a girl at like a Safeway or something, or just in public, and I walk up to them and just start talking to them, that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
They're gonna look at me like I'm a fucking wild man because it's not happening on Facebook.
Yeah. No, that's funny because like a couple days after, or I think it was the next day, after me and my ex broke up, this guy tried talking to me at a Jack in the Box. I was delivering food, and he was there ordering food, and he was like, "Can I get your number or whatever?" And he was saying he was like 30, and I was like, "I'm 19." And he's like, "Oh, you seem way older, like more mature." And I was like,
it's a weird thing to say to a 19-year-old.
That's a very weird thing to say. I'm like not wearing makeup. I'm like, I look like a baby. Like don't play with me.
You're 30, wearing a Jack in the Box. The fuck we doing?
Literally. So yeah, it is. It in my experiences, it's always been weird people to confront me in person. Yeah. But that's because no one does it anymore.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
At some level, though, maybe if the person's into the guy approaching them, that there's like some level of bravery.
Yeah.
It's like this person's confident in themselves enough to just walk up to me,
right,
and not have, all of his interactions be done on screens.
Yeah, if he was cute and like some guy asked for a number, I would. Yeah.
You'd oblige him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, there's still that exists. It's just like, I don't know.
As long as they're not fucking catcalling.
3 days ago, I got catcalled by 2 fat Mexicans with bad skin and a beat up Ford Fusion.
Oh my God. I bet that made you feel good.
You know, it didn't. It fucking
No.
made me feel awful.
No. Yeah, I understand.
I never fully understood when you were saying that you got catcalls. Like that's flattering. Like that person is telling you that you're beautiful in their own little like kind of fucking perverted way. They're like, you're beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And then when it happened to me, these like these really fat Mexicans in this Ford Fusion that
Were they older ladies?
they're like maybe early 30s, late 20s, but you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she like kind of like leaned out of her window and looked at me, and I was like walking, and then she just like stayed looking at me, and I kept walking, and then she's like "Donde tu vas" or something like that, or like, "Where are you going?"
Yeah.
And I just like looked at her while I was walking still, and didn't say anything, and she like went back in her car, and then they took a right, and then looped around, and then just stared at me.
If it was the other way around,
Oh my God.
that would be fucking creepy. I mean, I'm sure you're still weirded out.
It felt terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't feel flattered.
Violated.
No.
Yeah.
It was just fucking weird. And
Yeah.
then they like pulled off, and then they just like, I wasn't acknowledging them. Eventually they just drove off, but it was fucking strange. And
Yeah.
it didn't feel good.
No, it's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. But that shit would never happen with like a cute white girl with nice teeth.
Of course. She's too good for that, right?
Yeah.
She has too many options.
Yeah, 2 cute white girls with good teeth and good skin aren't gonna fucking lean out of a beat up Ford Fusion.
Yeah. No. That fucking white bitch has hoes.
That white bitch has 600 dudes on her Tinder.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
596 unread messages.
Yeah. For sure.
They ain't leaning out of shit
No.
to talk to nobody.
No. They come for her.
Right, exactly. You be the girl's the one choosing, but if a guy elevates his status, then he can become the person that's choosing as well. But that's the only way. That's the only way a man can do it.
Yeah.
Because if you're a man and you work some regular ass job or even average job and you get by kind of okay and your looks are okay, you're not choosing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're a good looking guy that makes average money, still, you're not choosing.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's when you elevate yourself in society in whatever way, then you are choosing.
Yeah.
And you are not being chosen anymore.
And that's the flex.
And that's it. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
In this framework of society, that's what has to be done.
It's very true. I would chase. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they met that.
Yeah, Drake walks into the fucking house right now. Okay. Travis Scott? No, killer. What's a celebrity that?
Kelly Oubre Jr.
Kelly Oubre Jr.?
Fuck yeah.
The basketball player?
Fuck yeah.
He comes stumbling in here, and I'm like, oh, okay, Kelly Oubre Jr., this is my friend from high school.
Oh my God.
Right? You'd be like, oh, shit. And he's probably in the position of choosing right that.
I'm like,
right?
I do volunteer work. I have my Mercedes Benz outside. I
Drive a
cook, I
Pontiac.
clean.
I cook, I clean. I have a Pontiac.
All of a sudden, yeah, I have a Pontiac. I'll do laundry. I'll be a good housewife. All of a sudden, feminism gone.
Out.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah.
Women can't do that, though. Women don't, like, a man can peak in his fucking 30s. As far as status and what he is, he can peak in his 30s. Women can't.
Women are expired.
Your shelf life is over.
Yeah.
In your 30s. So it's
so you have
weird,
to be married by your 30s as a woman.
Yes, because the value that you bring to the dating marketplace is less and less and less and less.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is one thing we...
game slowly flips on itself.
Yeah, that is true.
And you only have so much time
to get married,
I guess.
Find the one, have babies.
I mean, 5. And then it's common for people to do it into their 30s.
Yeah.
Now, like, women can do it in their 30s, but the game does flip.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
flips.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then the dude that wasn't shit in his 20s that grinded his fucking ass off and starts to peak again in his 30s is gonna eclipse, starts to, I don't know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But I
No,
don't
it
know.
makes sense. It makes sense.
It's just the way it is.
It's just
It's
how
true.
it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but people are starting later and later now and shit. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Starting families.
Yeah, in their 30s and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's just weird. It's just, and less people are able to have children because of the economy being the worst it's ever been in American history.
Mm-hmm.
And just slowly becoming worse and worse and worse and worse. Before it was like everybody can have a family.
Yeah.
Most people just, if you combine 2 incomes, you can have a house and a family.
Yeah, and you'd be fine.
That's how the world was at some point.
Yeah.
But now you combine 2 incomes.
When we had 2 incomes, it wasn't even enough for us and rent,
Yeah, it's not
let
enough.
alone a kid.
Yeah, it's not enough for corn dogs and the cell phone bill.
No. Yeah, literally. Eating in tonight, leftovers.
Leftovers
Or going to
of
mom's.
cooked meals. Yeah, tuna fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's just fucked with advances in modern technology. The freezing of eggs and all of these things, shit, women be able to have fucking children in their 50s.
Yeah.
And like they already developed the technology to develop a fetus in a tank.
The fuck?
Yeah. And
Don't
then
even need a womb.
don't even need a womb. Rich women will just be growing their babies in tanks. So they
fuck.
don't have to fucking
Sign me up.
so
Oh, yeah. Sign me up.
they don't have to destroy their body. They can stay hot for their
That's awesome.
CEO husband or whoever the fuck he is. They
Fuck
can
the husband, but like, that's awesome. I don't have to, if I didn't have to go through that.
Yeah, but there's a kind of soul, spirit, energy
Oh, that's fair.
thing to consider of
Yeah. I've never
the bond.
I'm like, never mind.
The thing is growing in you.
Yeah.
It's a part of you.
It's yours.
It's yours.
Yeah.
What you eat, it eats. And if you were to just
That's a huge bonding thing.
grow it in a tank,
Yeah.
I don't know. And I wonder how that would affect
How
the
those
baby,
kids would
how they
come
would
out.
develop. Yeah,
Yeah.
how they would grow.
That's a good point. I think that actually is more important than we think.
Losing your body, like destroying your body, it would be worth having the bond with the baby over if a tank is an option.
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
You'd still birth it.
I would birth it.
Maybe birth one and then throw one in the tank.
Maybe see how they come out. I'll experiment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's that emotional bond is important when it's growing inside.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I think the spirit's still there.
You guys
So-
don't ever have it though. You just fucking blow a load.
Yeah, that's their only job.
That's your only job. Blow a load, work a lot.
Yeah. And then fucking put food in its mouth.
Put food in its mouth. But you, even the guy develops the bonds and shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Even while
around and then
she's pregnant.
while she's pregnant, yeah, you talk to it or something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can conclude that.
Yeah.
Conclude that as the last thing, the end. Thanks.
Lots of shit talking.
Yeah, lots of relationship talk
Yeah.
this time. Next time we can get into sex trafficking.